Hiring a maid to look after an elderly family member or person with disability is the most cost-effective way of providing full-time care in Singapore. But more often than not, the maid who ends up being the primary caregiver may not have the relevant skills or qualities to take on that responsibility. Some end up running away.
Took us by surprise. The next day, she told the dialysis attendants that if she don't come back by 10:45, please call me.
And some turn into devil maids.
I do have this family whom I used to work with for a while. So this person with disability actually have some brain injury. The helpers teach him how to French kiss. The helpers will... What I heard from my family is that the helpers even danced in front of him and then started stripping.
Okay.
Yeah, and they also entered like some pornography website with him when he was around.
Nonetheless, horror maid stories and runaway maids are few and far between in Serene's 6 years as an occupational therapist. Her job includes teaching caregivers like family members and domestic helpers how to take care of the sick and elderly at home.
I guess it's very important to realize that the maid is here only to help you, and the maid cannot replace your role as a daughter or as a family member. They are really not here to replace your role. Yeah, so it's very important for them to also be involved in the care. I guess no matter how the maid tries to communicate with the patient, tries to motivate the patient and everything, but after all, the bond is not as strong as that with a family member.
But many employers here depend on their maids as their main caregiver at home and cite this reason as argument against the mandatory off day for maids. The government has offered a $120 grant for families to offset the cost of hiring a maid to care for the elderly at home. For Lynette, the bad experience with her previous runaway maid has made her even more wary now. She forbids her current domestic helper from taking her mother to the dialysis center to prevent similar incidents from happening again. But objectively speaking, do you think it was a stressful job for a helper?
I don't think so. In fact, it's a very simple task. Her role, key main role is to look after her everyday needs.
Do you feel that maybe having a day off might have helped the previous maid in maybe managing her stress level?
Okay, based on my past experience, some of them would have friends here, so I guess it's a time for them to do their sharings. But some, they are first time here, so they may not have friends. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure how would they help. But apart from relying on friends, I think there should be other channels to help them express their thoughts and views.
Lynette is paying her maid extra to work on her off days, and it seems other employers in Singapore may do the same when the mandatory weekly day off ruling kicks in next year. But whether maids or employers have it easier or worse still remains to be seen.